Well, it's recording. I already got the spliff in there, geezer.
You better cut that out.
Bro said, let me know when it's recording.
Are you gonna let man? Is he gonna complete it first and then we start or what?
No. We can start.
You can start.
Why you always have to do it now?
It's mad jarring. You know what it is? The viewers already know now, innit? Welcome back to the Football Thickos in Quarantine. I go by the name of a very, very hairy Big J.
I'm a Durag Akeem.
Laka.
Jai.
Down there sulking.
And big up Jack.
Jack is sulking because I break fast.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
If you lot knew what happened, yeah, this was supposed to happen at 6, got moved to 7, cool. And then Chris went to go and link a ting when he should be in quarantine right now, isolating. We're 30 minutes late. I've got to go and get food, cook my food, and eat before sundown for Ramadan. And these don't want to take the mic. This is why I'm in the mood. So let's get on with it.
Big up all of our Muslim viewers and that who are currently fasting for Ramadan and that. I know it's not easy and that.
Big them up.
So but yeah, man, let's get into this.
What are we getting into?
The Premier League's coming back.
You're saying M69.
It's in the split.
Nah, bro. No, please.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's have it out.
We're gonna do this. I'll leave this meeting.
I'll lock off the thing as well, fam. I'll flip the board.
Like this. Let's have it out. Like this.
All right, you know what, Jack? Let's just say them man are right, innit? Let's just keep moving.
Yeah, you're right.
Listen,
Eric Kabadu and Jill Scott done 7+.
Oh, okay. Anyway, let's talk about the Premier League being back. Yeah, we've all read the news. Say that again? Now, I'll be real with you, man, yeah? I ain't read no article. I was doing a quiz. Huh?
What, Jack, you think one...
It's being put in a spliff. Bro, the government has said you can go back to... they can play football from June 1st.
Bro, the government also said we can go back to work, but don't go back to work, so... What, you're going to pick and choose? You're going to pick and choose which one you want?
All right, mate. Yeah, there's no indication that it's being put in a spliff, but your crazy theory is the one that's right and everyone else is wrong. All right, mate, cool.
Chris,
okay, sorry, I apologize.
It's been confirmed it's coming back, innit?
It's literally been confirmed.
Do you all right, is it like a thing where, because I know that they was talking about it in Spain and they wanted to do like a game a day or something for a month to try and speed up the process? Yeah. Do we know if that's what they're going to be doing in the UK?
That was one of the theories.
I think that's the realistic. It's going to be every other day, or it's going to be every day. Yeah.
And it's obviously going to be more than one game, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. So basically, what's going to happen is they want to complete the season as quick as possible. Obviously, so it's going to be a lot of games in a short space of time. Probably 10 games realistically, in probably 3 weeks. They'll probably do 10 games. Yeah. So.
You know what? I feel like we've been talking so much about all the corporate stuff.
Young eyes, birthday boy.
Mommy, can you take this boy away, please?
Birthday boy.
I feel like we've been talking bare about We've been talking bare about like all the financials and the bodies and. Mummy.
That politician that was doing a madness to the kids running.
I feel like we've been doing. It's peak, man. This is man's like.
Listen, this is the real quarantine.
This is mad embarrassing.
I'm surprised.
Bro, this is real life. They got to see you, and this is what you have to deal with.
All right, listen.
I love Jack. I love Jack when Jack's in the realest mood, you know.
Shut up, Chris, man. Stop winding my brother up.
This is real life. This is real life, mate. You know, this is what.
This is the mood. This is the mood. This is the mood that if any rappers email Jack now, they're not getting it. No
this response. Is it, yeah.
They're not getting a look in. Hey, this is the time when a man starts asking for a little push, Jack's like, no, can do. We're swapped on posts. It just tight. Now listen, yeah. Now, big man thing though. Can I ask a quick question? Yeah, like what I'm trying to get to is that we've had loads of conversations since we've started Thickos in Quarantine. We've had all these discussions about money this, paycheck that, how they're gonna do it, the body, the government starting it, testing, ethical fans. Yeah, on the real one, when I watched Thierry Henry interview Lukaku, and them man are talking, and Lukaku says, straight up, yeah, it's not fair that they're doing this to the players. In my mind, maybe I could be wrong. Maybe we have discussed it. Have we been a bit unfair to the players? Because I feel like we haven't even really spoke about them at all.
Bro, everyone's going through the same issue. Like yesterday, they're saying construction workers have to go back to work. So, you know, there's key workers out there that are going through a lot worse than what footballers are going through right now. I hate to blame
but do you think those key workers should be back at work though, Jack?
Well, yeah, because they're key workers. Maybe not construction.
No, not the key workers that have been working, bro. We're talking about the construction that you were going back.
I don't know. I don't think so, to be honest. I think...
But you think footballers should go back?
But you think footballers should go back?
Yeah, but these construction workers aren't going to get tested like these football players are. So, like, what we've got to remember here is that they're not going to let players get on that pitch unless everyone's been tested and it's safe to go. These other people aren't being tested. There's NHS workers out there that haven't been tested, and they're in the thick of it.
Front line.
They're the highest risk people. Yeah. And they're getting tested. So, I mean, Lukaku and all these players moaning about, they don't care. Bruv, like, please allow it. Because at the end of the day, you're getting millions a year. You're playing you're doing a profession you love and enjoy, and you're going to be safe when you go on that pitch. Don't moan, please.
I don't feel like it's a moaning one. By the way, can I just say something very quickly? Yeah, it's not. I wholeheartedly agree with Jack. Yeah, it's just that sometimes, and I always bring this up, even in regards to a lot of issues with the game, we always put the money of football before anything that involves humanity.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything. Even if we're talking about coronavirus, it's like the money in the game says players sharp and get on the pitch. If we're talking about racism and man walking off, no, we got to complete the game because of money on the pitch. Anything that we talk in regards to football, we always put the money and the stuff before that real human thing that says, you know what, maybe.
Yeah, but these are lives. These are lives now, brother. Like, people could die from this now. It's not like the other things. The other things are just as bad. Like the racism thing, man should just be walking off the pitch, period. I don't care what anyone says. In terms of the other stuff, though, there's no lives being like lost here. Lives are going to be lost here with this disease, this virus. Man want to play football and they catch it for whatever reason, or they go home and they pick it up come next day because they've already been tested. But they're going to be tested every game. Is that another thing as well? Every game they're going to be tested.
You're talking facts. Because we just found out a Brighton player got caught coronavirus the other day.
See, one thing we need to realise is that how are we defining them catching coronavirus? Because there's loads of different levels of catching it.
I know.
Have coronavirus, they have it.
No, but we're talking about it being in the system, Jack. You know how it is. It can sit dormant within your system. You can even have it and not show symptoms. And we know that that's how it spreads.
Yeah, of course.
I just mean it in that sense.
I don't know if I believe that rubbish. I don't know if I believe that for starters, but it could be dormant in man's body.
Yeah, but
that sounds like some bullshit.
It's
the same way. It's the same way.
We got ourselves a 5G man over here.
The same way it affects black man more. Yeah,
all the builders on the street. Take it down.
How they're telling me corona affects the black man more? Are you mad? There's 4 of us in here, yeah. 3 of us are black, yeah. 2.5, whatever you want to call it, yeah. What? Us 3 are catching it. Us 3 are catching it. Us 3 are catching it. Jack's blessed.
Now listen,
if one of us has got it, I'm not hearing that about. Listen, that's some next thing.
Listen, the whole footballers going back and stuff. Like the reality is that I think it should just be simple. The players who don't want to play, or they're scared to play for whatever reason, or they don't feel safe to play, then they don't play. Then other players play from the squad. There's never going to be a situation that all the players in the team doesn't want to play. So some people are going to want to play, some people don't.
And if somebody has coronavirus, they can't be in the match day squad and be isolated. That's like that. Like we can't just look. I understand we've got to be very cautious here, but at the same time, I think if you've got 1 or 2 cases of a player having coronavirus and they haven't been in contact with the squad, just let them isolate separately and get on with it. Because you know, you in a weird way, you're gonna have to. It sounds crazy, but in a weird way, you kind of have to count it as an injury because. You know, there's a lot of times where players get injured and they can't make the squad.
Or they get the flu. They do get the flu.
Or they get the flu. That, you know, so you can't just suddenly say, "Oh, he's got the flu. Let's just lock off the whole game." I understand it's a completely different level of severity. Don't get it twisted. But if it's not affecting the whole squad or staff or players, then if it's safe to go back into the environment, then we should do it.
Another factor.
What happens if Scott Parker catches it?
Then he catches it. Like
then what?
But then what?
Oh, what are you saying? If the coach catches it?
Yeah.
The coach is a tough one. I don't know.
Training sessions are getting led over Zoom, bro.
Bro, if the coach catches it, he doesn't go to the game.
Jose, innit?
Like, bro, there's been many situations where managers has not been around for 2-3 weeks. They've had operations, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That happens all the time. So end of the day, one thing people need to understand about this corona thing is it's not going away. Yeah. The death toll might go down. It's not going to go away. It's not going to be, it's like the flu. It's going to
So
be.
then should we be paying Akeem about a vaccine then? You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, bro. But once you start getting to the point of waiting for a vaccine, that means we need to be clear. There's not going to be any football for
Okay, can I ask a quick question?
Or if not,
so be it, maybe. So be it, maybe.
I know, but I'm saying
These are live.
by going down that road, it's a long journey. And I'll say that we spoke about in the last episode about clubs surviving. Bro, clubs won't survive a year without
Impossible.
It won't happen. It's not going to happen.
Plus, you look at the Bundesliga; they're starting on the 16th of May. There's a clear model there that we can actually look at and see if it actually works or not. So we can look at how the first week goes in Germany, and then we can see, okay, that was wrong, that was right, and we can reconvene and take it from there. Because bear in mind, we're not allowed to do anything till June the 1st anyway. So it gives us a few weeks' time to actually
study what they're doing,
create a system that we can restart in.
Because I know there's going to be players on that pitch, who are going to say, you know, like how Akeem said they should have the choice. There might be players on that pitch say, until I know all the men on the other side have been tested, I ain't getting on. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, because I got youths, I got family, I got mum, I got grandma, aunt, whatever. So I think
there's
like you're saying, you've got to guarantee all the testing and move.
There's so much money in this game. It shouldn't be an issue to be able to test all the players. Like if they're serious about bringing football back, then they should be throwing up the piece to say, look, get everyone tested, make sure everyone's safe, and then make sure that everybody that gets on the pitch is in a safe environment to do so, which is ultimately the main goal. But then it comes to the question where we need to start thinking about whether we're going to be playing at neutral venues, playing at home venues or what. Like there's a lot of things.
And also, how often are you checking as well? How often are you testing the players? Every day?
You have to do it.
It's probably every game.
Yeah, every game.
Every game. What about training in between?
It
has to be more often than that. Because
we're going to test them every game. That's mad.
No, bro, even more than that, every day.
I keep saying every day. He's right, though.
Because as Jermaine said, it can come into your system and you could not have it. It could not be recorded as you having it today, but tomorrow you have it. You know what I'm saying? You don't. Yeah. So it's a hard one. That means you got to test every single day. But one thing I want to ask, so like, I swear UFC has already come back, and so is wrestling.
Yeah, they fought on the weekend, didn't they?
The measures they done. I'm not sure how they went about it, but I think Dana White and Vince McMahon is just like that. They're part of that group.
Vince has got blood on his hands. Vince walks with the devil by his side.
Bro, I could have sworn I saw an article about how some of the Premier League teams said they don't want any relegation this season. Am I bugging?
That's ridiculous.
Am I bugging or did I not?
That's ridiculous.
No, it is ridiculous. It's a cheap way out. Even if Fulham were in that position, I wouldn't say the same thing. I wouldn't say no. There's no relegation.
You want
to restart it, then you can't restart
it.
No relegation, but we can have a champion. We can have Euro, but no relegation. No, that's not how it works. Sorry.
Jack, this time last year, you would have taken that. You would have taken that deal.
No, I wouldn't. No, because there's a thing called integrity. I'd rather stay up on the basis that we deserve to stay up. I don't want to stay up because of a technicality, as Andy Tate used to say. Okay.
What do you mean? Liverpool won the league on a technicality. Like what?
No, they haven't. They've won the league, bro. Like
Arsenal might have come back mathematically. We were still in it, weren't we? You know, we never know. We've lost our momentum.
No, but if we restart the season, then
United have lost their momentum. Again, void the season. Void in a split, people. In a split.
So then, if it's not safe to start again, then how's it safe to start a new season?
Well, we just scrap this one, and when it's safe, we'll start.
Yeah, but we can't do that. We already said the financial says that's not going to work.
No, everyone needs to say, everyone that owns everyone in this game needs to understand and say, you know what, we're all going through, we're all in a split, we've all had a
how life works, bro.
Let's all write off each other's debts.
You think
they all need to do that, all of them.
No, but that's not going to happen. You know that's not going to happen.
I don't understand, there's no competition. Competition's dead right now. It's dead. If we all die, there's no football. They need to understand. Let's chill.
No, not all chillax, bro. This is
like if this virus got out of hand, we could have all died. Like, I know it's severe and it's extreme, But that's part and parcel of the thing, Gazer. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Can you hear me, Jack? That's the extreme part of it. So it's the same with football. If that thing spreads because we want to watch football, because Liverpool want to lift the league and you want to come up and just go straight back down.
Yeah, you're not being fair because there's a big money. I don't want to. I'm bringing money.
All the money. Everyone needs to scrap the money. Everyone.
We can't scrap money. You can't scrap money, Chris.
Everybody needs to understand.
You can't scrap money, bro.
That's everyone's problem.
No, you're right. You're right. But that's the
world. We're losing lives.
Bro, that's the way the world is. That's the way the world is.
Let me make this very.
And the world's in a mess.
Let me make this clear and simple. That is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We can sit here and say, "Oh, we should do this," and we should. It's not going to happen. Don't care.
As you just said, they got all the money, set a precedent, then innit, and boom.
But it won't.
They know what? Everyone, when it come together, all the clubs, was it 92 clubs, whatever it is, we'll come together. And we're going to stand by each other.
Chris, who's paying for all these clubs to survive for the next year?
Where's the money coming from?
Where's it coming from?
What did I say?
No, forget. Yeah, you know what it is. The more we have this conversation, like Jack's saying, it's
it is impossible, man.
Where is the money?
Yeah, it's a dumb convo to have.
A lot of the money comes from TV rights. Why are the TV companies going to still give money for games that aren't being played on their networks? They're losing money as well because people aren't subscribing or renewing their subscriptions to their TV companies because there's no content to see. So that's
even Sky. Remember, they got a pause on the whole thing, innit? Akeem. Remember, you got to call Sky at the beginning of quarantine and say, "Yo, bro, man, ain't paying for no Sky Sports, fam."
No one's paying for Sky Sports, no.
Exactly. So where are we getting this imaginary money from? Where are we getting this imaginary money from?
No gate receipts.
What money? No, everyone. No, right now, it's not just football, bro. ITV, all their money to relax themselves as well. Understand? There's no if no one can do anything, yeah, no one should be owing anyone no money.
Can I just?
You know what I mean? How we in quarantine? How we in quarantine? I've got credit card companies saying, freeze the thing. I'll freeze the thing.
Okay.
But I still got to pay the interest. How dumb is that?
Chris, what you got to realise with something like this?
Everyone needs to understand with everybody across the whole board. This is a pandemic. This is no joke thing. It's not entertainment.
Okay, how do you do this then? How do you
solve
it? But Chris, can I explain something to you? Like Akeem said, on a realistic one, me and you both know money don't stop, bro. Because that's the
I hear you, but I'm saying all the clubs need to come together, be ballsy.
It can't happen. It can't happen in any field.
Who's going to pay for their bills? Who's paying for these clubs' bills? You're thinking,
Newcastle's new chairman can fund the whole thing.
Firstly, he's not even
he ain't even chairman yet.
This is what I mean. Like, it's like, okay, let's take League 2, League 1, for example, the clubs down there. Who's footing their bills? Who's going to make sure they don't go bust?
What did I just say? If they all come together.
But who's them?
All come together and protect each other. All the clubs.
So who's paying for that
some
money
sort of manifesto, some declaration. No, but see, this way it gets bigger now, Jack. You think the banks and them man will all be shaking if all the clubs all came together. The clubs need to understand the clubs are the ones in the power.
What do you mean by
right now? They're shaking. What I just said to you, Akeem, you've asked that question 3 times. I've said to you, bro, if all the clubs come together, write a manifesto or some sort of declaration. They know one. Let Manchester United run the thing.
Saying what? Declaration saying what?
Declaration of what?
I can't give you a bloody plan right now, can I? This is off my head.
All right. Yeah, let's create a random plan. But what's the plan? There is no plan. Yeah, great.
Jack, we all know, yeah. You just want it to happen because you think Fulham's coming up, right? You're not.
Not because of that. I don't think. At this stage, I feel like Jack. It's a bit like whatever, innit? But I'm just trying to.
Jay, you know what? Yesterday, look, obviously when Boris came and said what he was saying, which is obviously confusing, yeah. Someone dropped a tweet, yeah, and even said, and this is a state of play how people's mindsets are even shifted now, whether it's right or wrong, Chris. Someone dropped a tweet saying the lines, "It's mad that that I'm going to see my boss before I see my family again." Because of obviously the way that the lockdown restrictions are easing. And I thought when I clicked that, I thought bare people would agree with her and laugh, blah, blah, blah. People were replying saying, yeah, what do you expect? Like, do you think this economy is going to survive without going to work? Get your ass to work, shut up. People are getting at her for even saying that. Bro, people are now getting to the point where they now realise that the country will fall apart.
Any economy.
Morality or not, I get it. Obviously, we all want, bro. But at the end of the day, that is the way people are now looking at it. They're like, they need to get back to work. Restaurants have to reopen. These things have to start.
So in an extreme circumstance now, yeah. Let's say everyone goes back now. We have a second wave.
It's gonna be a second wave.
Are we all gonna be sitting there saying, "Well, we still gotta get the bag in it"? You know what I mean?
No. Yeah.
Bro,
well, what?
Bro, I'm just saying the way the world works. You know, I'm not saying that is what I.
Yeah, you know what it is. All right, listen, everybody who's watching, yeah, we're not trying to discuss what is right and what is wrong. We're more so trying to discuss what's going to happen. If you want to leave a comment below in regards to what you think is right and what you think is wrong, where you feel like it's not fair on the players, or, you know, maybe players should come together and make some sort of union that, you know, things get frozen. I don't know how that plan works. Just leave a comment below, because there's no point of us discussing.
Yeah, Jack, you're just talking pure money, because when all them players are dead on the pitch, there won't be no game.
None of these players will die.
Jack. Sky is sitting there.
What did you say, Jack?
You know, he said when all these players are dead on the pitch from coronavirus, none of these players will die from coronavirus.
How do you know?
How do you know?
What do you mean, how do I know?
Fit and healthy. That's why he's saying that.
You're fit and healthy.
That don't mean
nothing.
No.
But bro, of half the million men that have died from coronavirus, you never know, bro. You never know, fam. Somebody, God forbid. I hear you, God forbid, but you can't say no player will die from coronavirus. That's a bit mad.
And one thing I will say,
we've had footballers die on the actual football pitch minus no corona. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say
that's different, Chris.
Exactly. I know that's different, but now we've got a pandemic, and you're going to still there and sit there and tell me, oh, no one's going to catch it. It's cool.
No, I never said no one's going to catch it. You said no one's going to. Never mind.
Yeah, hey,
I don't agree with that statement, Jack. But yeah,
I will say hold on. I will say one thing though. Yeah, not even to kind of agree with Chris, but one thing I will say though is the chance of a second wave is going to be, I think sports like football, yeah, which has fan herd mentality, yeah, is going to be one of the catalysts of a second wave potentially, because end of the day, unlike all the other sports, like I said, if Fulham are playing Millwall next week, it don't matter if you say closed doors. Fans are turning up outside that stadium. Turning up. So what's going to happen is you're going to get a few thousand people all around each other, and then bam, that's it.
I don't think you would now, to be honest.
Bro, people like the fans. Bro, you know fans better than anyone.
Yeah? I know fans can be fanatics. I know that exists, fanatics, but...
We just had a bank holiday weekend. Didn't you see the parks packed? That's
idiots. Those are idiots. And I'm not saying that football fans aren't idiots. Don't get it twisted. But
football fans we're the thickest.
We are the dumbest.
We're dumbest.
But at the same time, I think most people... I don't think people will turn up outside the stadium to congregate and to it's different, because I think when it happened initially with PSG when they played their game behind closed doors, I don't think the severity of the situation was quite apparent at the time. So people weren't actually too sure as to what this whole coronavirus issue was. Whereas now, I think the way in which it's affected the world and people know what will happen, I don't think 2,000 people are going to congregate outside the stadium knowing full well that it could easily spark a second wave. I don't think people would be that stupid. People are very stupid. Don't get it twisted, but not that stupid.
Fair enough.
Like those people climbing 5G towers, bro.
What, you included? You was on the top, right?
All right, let me lighten the mood a bit, yeah. So there was a tweet that went viral recently, where a guy asked his missus to do. He put a formation and he told the missus to make a starting 11 basically of any footballers that she can actually think of and actually knows, isn't it? Yeah.
It was too funny. I saw that.
I was impressed that she knew all their ballers though.
Yeah, there was a couple of random ones in there.
So I told my missus to do the same thing.
Sorry, ladies.
Oh, sorry, Dad. Just do it.
I told her to do the same thing, bro. And can I be real with you?
Yeah.
Her list is so crap, yeah. Hey, bro, I was burning inside.
Let me.
Hey, bro, hey, no. Hey, Jack. All morning, I was pissed off at her because I was like, bro, like, Man talks about football like we've been to like stadiums together, like you know all them sort of things you think you do your babes. You think like
my money.
You know, like bro, she didn't even put Messi in her list. Me and her went to go. You know, like we watched the film together. Like, all right, let's watch the Messi film. She didn't even put Messi on her list. Yeah, all right. You ready for a list?
Go.
Bro, she put Peter Crouch in goal.
He's lanky.
He's tall.
Left back, she put she literally wrote someone redknapp. Yeah.
All right, that's not bad. That's not bad.
I want Jamie. We don't even know.
Yeah, that wound me up. She put Paul Pogba in centre back.
That sounds like Mourinho.
She put the other centre back, she put Jordan Spence. I said, how do you know who Jordan Spence is? She goes, oh, he's married to that bird who's in the new Aladdin film. I got pissed off.
West Ham. Was he at West Ham?
He was at West Ham, yeah. He was at West Ham back in the day. Yeah. Say that again? Where? He played at West Ham and mainly in the Dutch league.
Oh.
Go, who else you got?
Right back, she put Ashley Cole.
Okay.
Bro's mad retired. Bro, basically the rest of the list is retired, yeah? All right, so I put
How did you know Ashley Cole? Oh, because of Cheryl. Okay,
yeah.
Cheryl, bro.
All right, so wait, listen. I put 3 in the midfield, 3 up front, innit, yeah? So midfield 3 are Ronaldinho, Gary Lineker, and Wayne Rooney. I feel like everyone would have got Wayne Rooney. Everyone's girl put Rooney.
Rooney's
Up front, she put David Beckham, Ian Wright, and Ronaldo. And when I asked her what Ronaldo, she went, I don't know. I just know the name Ronaldo. Hey, bro. I was so pissed off.
Front 3.
Why did you film her? That's content. That's cheeky.
Listen,
I didn't even mute the thing and he said it.
Even muted the thing. What are you talking about? Bro, you're acting like we're not turning the thing into content right now. What are you talking about?
You should film that with Jess and then slide. You gotta slide over.
He's acting like it went a viral tweet. Like,
no, I know it was a viral tweet, but now it's your turn. Now we need our version, but that's the hood.
All right, listen to this there, yeah? But one of my bedrooms, yeah? So obviously all the men in the group chat, we started telling our babes to try and do the thing. One of the men was like, raw, my girl put Loftus Cheek. How does she know who that is? He's like, how does she know who Loftus Cheek is though? Like, what's she on about?
I bet he's even in the right position as well, you know.
No, but you know the ones that burn, you know, like in football today, there's just certain names you should just know, in my opinion, innit? Because like some things are football and some things to me are culture, innit?
And the thing is, I have this conversation with her in it a lot of the time, and I already know there's certain players.
Your wife should be asking you them questions, Akeem, because you know F all, bruh.
Who's that player?
Bro, we already know.
You hear what I'm saying, though, innit? Like to me, a team should know who like Sterling is, just because of what bro's been through.
No, the thing is, bro, it's all about, bro. For example, she would know who Sturridge is more than Sterling. Sturridge.
How?
Because Sturridge hangs around rappers, bro. That's the reason. So he's a rap. He's more.
What you said? Your babe knows about rappers? Loud,
bro.
Don't do it like that. Don't do it like that. Not cat. That ain't like that, bro.
It's all about social media. That's what it is.
You know what it is? I think they're pressured at the time to write an 11 out. I think a lot of players that they do know just don't come to mind instantly, I think. So,
bro, my babe said Gary Lineker.
I respect her. Who's Gary Lineker, right, and Ronaldo?
She put Ronaldo. She didn't even put Cristiano. I said, what Ronaldo? She's like, I don't know. I just know.
That's heavy. That's a heavy strike, fools.
Yeah, that's a decent front three.
Hold on. You two, hey,
Chris,
you should ask your sister to do it still.
No, my sister, she used to know about teams, isn't it? She had me the whole Arsenal. She used to know.
Yeah, my sister couldn't do it. My sister would do a good one. She knows.
Yeah. Your sister all Fulham players, bro. There's no comparison. What are you about? I just said my sister give a good team. All Fulham players.
Bro, that 11 would be looking
bro,
good.
From you acting like these 11s got to go against each other, bro. She just got to name a hard 11.
Like, bro, my sister just put you in the 11. Do you mind playing on Sunday?
Yo, pull up to goals. Hit it. What's he talking about?
Sorry, Keys, yeah.
Pull up to goals. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
I'll be cool up my Overmars. Say, come, bro.
You're mad, bro. You're mad. Yeah, I'm not gonna
anyone who's been around Chris, yeah, you guarantee they're gonna just whack up bare Arsenal names.
Bare Arsenal names.
Listen.
Hey, you know the worst part is? You know the worst part is, yeah?
Yeah?
If this was Chris's babes, she'll be saying all the names wrong, like, what's that guy? Rhino. Should have wrote Rhino.
Nicholas Pele. Yeah, Nicholas Pele. Yeah.
Or should have wrote Colossus. Young Romario.
Boss, baby.
All of those nicknames for players. This is what I hear my babies talking about, so this is what I write it down. Young Romario.
These are the names he's screaming whilst he's racking it.
Romario. Bro said Colossus. Colossus, bro's like, yeah, Colossus. I said, right, it's so mad.
Colossus.
Isn't it? It's so mad, bro. No, yeah, I did think that was a good thing, though.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get her to do it still, and I'm gonna tag you, man.
Yeah. God, I only hear this team. It'll be full of Lukaku and crap like that, probably.
Yeah. Himself pretend that cat did it.
Quick. So wait, yeah, just before we get to comments, yeah, on a real one though, are there football players you should know even though you don't watch football? Just asking.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but the thing
is,
and
what footballers are there? What footballers have transcended football in you lot's opinion?
Messi, Ronaldo,
Gary Neville,
George Best,
Graham Souness,
Platini.
You reckon, Jack? If you had a babes right now, your age, you reckon she'll know Graham Souness? Just on a culture one.
That was a joke.
Oh,
it was a joke.
Right, let me ask.
Thierry Henry, David Beckham, Wayne Rooney,
Maradona.
Maybe Maradona. Lampard, Gerrard.
Now Cruyff, I think low key.
They're not gonna know who Cruyff is. They won't know who Cruyff is.
Ferdinand, they'll know Rio, they'll know Ian Wright.
No, I think they'll know Ronaldinho as well.
Nah.
Big teeth, long hair, they'll know.
Everyone knows Ronaldinho.
Everyone knows Ronaldinho.
Everyone knows
Ronaldinho went to prison, yeah? That was one of the trillest things I've seen. Jermaine, you in trouble?
What?
You in trouble? You in trouble?
Jermaine's looking like DJ Khaled.
Brian Blessing.
Brian
Blessing.
Hey, Jack, that Brian Blessing thing, spot on.
Call you Triple B, baby. Triple B.
All right, let's get into comments.
Looking like DJ Khaled.
Trying to change the subject now. Yeah, let's get
comments. I DJ Khaled get hit with that twice.
Bro,
That's how you got hit twice.
Hit twice.
Yeah, did you not see the second one?
What is there a second one?
Nah. I can't
done, bro. The other one he's like, no.
I saw.
You see the one
was hard.
You know that. Huh?
He's on the jet ski, like going real fast, and he's going DJ Khaled, jet skiing away before his wife sees the Instagram live, and it's just him.
Oh my days!
But I do like that video though. He's like, no, I just want to talk to you normal.
That's normal. Yeah, you know what I mean. That's a man who loves his wife.
YouTube, I don't like what you've done in the comment section. Now you've moved it. Go back.
Wow, what's happened to it?
Go back.
It's been at the top for time, bro.
No, it hasn't.
No,
2 days, bro. 2 days.
Huh?
A week max.
2 days. I'm on
what? Where the comments are at the top?
Yeah.
I've had that for time.
Nah, you're on some
2 days ago.
thing, man.
No, I've had that for time. I'm not even lying.
2 days ago.
When you used to scroll to the bottom, it used to say go back
what
to
do
the
you
top.
mean time? How long is time?
Yeah.
You haven't had it more than 3 or 4 days, bro. Come on.
All right, I can
talking
prove it. I'll prove it after we finish it. I'll prove it after we finish this.
Well, he's got the murky YouTube. That's why.
Oh yeah,
sorry.
He's saying it's out before it's out. Yeah, that was it. Early. All right, listen.
I've got one here from Hamza. Here's one from Hamza. Fulham conceded 81 goals in 38 games. That's holding over 2 goals every game. I'm dead.
Yeah,
I'm dead. And you're gonna sit there and run your guns,
bro. What can I do? Did I pay? Do I play on the pitch? Do I manage the team? Do I own the club? No.
Hey, listen,
I
hate when people draw for that, though.
What do you want me to do?
I hate when people say that.
What do you want?
Throw their team under the
bus? What do you want me
bus?
to do? You want me to put my boots on and get on the pitch?
Yeah, do you want to get on the pitch and try and score goals? Is that what you want me to do?
Hey, listen to this one, yeah? After how Chris looked last week, someone put, Chris is coming like Vin Petrol. I don't care. I find that funny.
Not even
Vin Petrol is you, my brother.
He's been unleaded.
Vin Petrol. Innit? Ain't got the diesel. You get me?
Someone said that us, what's his name? Kiri Veli said that I started 2.5 Men when I was younger.
Hey, no, I ain't gonna lie. You look very like bro, bro. You look very like bro. I ain't gonna lie.
You know, it's so funny.
Genius.
It's so funny because we were talking about that kid in my house the other day. And apparently he hates that he was on the show. Apparently he hated being that he's on the show, and he's saying that.
Is it?
You should never watch the show.
Who?
You know the kid on 2.5 Men?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
about?
they're trying to say that it's me. There's me and my housemates were talking about him the other day, and apparently he did an article where he said he wished he never went on the show. It ruined his life.
I heard he quitted it though. I remember he quitted it. Yeah.
I didn't ruin his life.
No one watched the show. It's disgusting. Whatever.
What?
Yeah, bare random.
Yeah, some people, what, bro? What? He left it? Because I remember him leaving the show, like, purposely didn't rate it.
Yeah.
What's he doing now? Is he still acting?
I have no idea. I don't think he is.
Bro, do you know who else is like that, Jack? Who they stopped acting and they didn't rate the acting thing. Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
I never watched
Is it?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he just stopped. Yeah, he's like, he don't rate the acting thing, he just stopped. He's like, it's dead.
Yeah. Nah, you know what? I watched a film the other day.
Especially being a child actor.
Bro,
Yeah, if you're a bit younger as well, you might just find it dead. Yeah, word.
Most of them quit still.
Go on, Akeem, you're on. Go on, your comment.
I know. Someone else go before me. I'm still scrolling still.
So
I've got one. Northwest London says, sorry, but does anyone know why Akeem has a do-rag on?
My answer is for the waves, isn't it?
Let me see the progress.
Hey, Jack. Have you ever seen waves in a paddling pool before? Bro's got the paddling pool.
You know when it's low tide? You know when it's low tide?
Low tide, the waves at the top. The waves is all in the back.
You know you go to the Thames and it's low tide and there's still a bit
Low tide, about waves. The thing's low tide and the water's far back, brother. You go to the beach, you're like, raw. The water's far back.
I'm bringing it back.
You man, Google Stevie Wonder's hairline and check Akeem's hairline.
Bro, I got the DAX. I got the DAX in it.
Let me see the progress then. What kind of DAX you got? What kind of DAX?
About the waves.
Sorry, secret stuff.
Do a do-rag reveal, come on.
Join my
masterclass.
Join my
do-rag reveal.
Join my waves masterclass.
Oh man,
We've got like OnlyFans for your for your trim.
Hey, that's the funniest thing. Hey, that's the funniest thing about that DJ Khaled thing is that the girl.
Sorry.
Hey, the girl has an OnlyFans. Hey, the girl has an OnlyFans thing above her head while she's talking to her. And that's the funniest thing about it. Bro, oh my days.
Well, Khaled just wants to have a bit of fun, mate.
Anyway.
on Akeem, last one.
All right.
Sorry, you got.
All right. Do you know what?
Good way to drink.
There go on, what's the last one?
You know what? I want to end this. I want to end this because I know this is gonna rattle Chris. I just want to say, rate the show, but sorry, fellas. Souness has 3 European Cups. Respect him.
Damn straight. And someone else says, for once, Chris is talking sense. How can you rate Roy Keane?
All right, I've got one more comment actually. Not gonna lie, why get Troops on and Chris not roasting for being a flip flop with Emery?
Thank you.
Wasn't the same with Wenger. Guess when that dough comes, man changes.
Ooh.
Now let's tell the fans the truth.
Wait. First of all, we know. All right, fans. That's peak. All right, fans. Chris wants.
To my name, Jermaine. You see what you're doing to my name.
All right, wait. Wait. All right, fans. It's my fault. I take all the blame. I told Chris to not be on any smoke towards anybody on the football thickos in quarantine. However, I didn't want to talk about no Wenger stuff. If you wanted to bring up Emery, I wouldn't have minded that. I'm just letting you know. Emery, I wouldn't have minded that. The Wenger thing,
it's all interlinked.
But you know what, guys? I'll take that on that.
Once you pick that friend,
Chris had his gloves on. I told him to take the gloves off, and he unwrapped the thing before the show started, innit? So anybody who's got smoke, dish it to me. It's my fault. I told bro to allow it.
But to be fair, though,
I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry,
All the
Chris.
comments were saying that it was good to have him back on. I think when it's us five, it's a very good.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Chris,
when we can see each other and I can smash up man's shoulders and things, because your shoulders looking good, Jermaine. It's looking good.
Chris. Look at that.
Looking good.
Like he's excited.
Gun leaning, yeah, gun leaning.
Hold on.
Do you know what I mean? When we all come back together.
Hey, listen, man. Let's wrap this up, man. We're waffling.
Oh, bro, I've got half an
No,
hour.
go on. Just go do your thing. Go break
You
fast.
eating, yeah? You're going to eat now,
Thank you so much for...
You can stop being miserable. You can stop being miserable now.
Oh, whatever, man. All right, listen, guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you like the video. Share the video. Make sure you guys stay safe if you're going back out to work and that. If you're doing Ramadan, pick up yourself, man.
You lot, stay at home. Stay safe.
100%, man. Listen, you've been here with myself, Big J.
If you want to go Lincoln Ting, go and do it. It's fine, mate. It's fine.
Lincoln Ting, people, it's fine. Mamba.
That's like a Chris. That's Big Jack, and we're out. Peace. Goodness.